All right, shortcut number one, heuristic number one, representativeness versus base rate. We think we are good statisticians. That is, we think we're good at judging the likelihood of a particular outcome against another particular outcome, against the base rate outcome. We think if we see something, we are pretty good at judging how often that will happen, the likelihood of that happening. For example, look at these two sets of coin flips. This is 10 coin flips. Coin flip 10 times. You tell me which is more likely to happen. Now, your gut reaction is the one we're looking for. Don't think about it. Which of these is more likely to turn out? Almost everyone says B. B is a more likely outcome. Why? Because it's more representative of what a random coin flip looks like. Except in reality, they have the exact same likelihood of happening. Why? Because a coin is as likely, in reality, to be flipped either heads or tails each time it's flipped. So if you wind up with 10 tails or that exact flip, tail, head, that exact flip, it's exactly the same odds of it happening, but you don't think that way. It's representative of what a random coin flip looks like. And because it's representative of an image you have in your mind of a random coin flip, you think it's more likely to happen. Here's another example, and this was written by Daniel Kahneman. This is the exact example used to demonstrate representativeness to an economic forum in the early 70s. Ready? Meet Tom. Tom is of high intelligence, although lacking in true creativity. He has a need for order and clarity, and for neat and tidy systems in which every detail finds its appropriate place. His writing is rather dull and mechanical, occasionally enlivened by somewhat corny puns and flashes of imagination of the sci-fi type. He has a strong drive for competence. He seems to feel little sympathy for other people and does not enjoy interacting with others. Self-centered, he nonetheless has a deep moral sense. Which degree is Tom more likely to be studying? Engineering or social sciences and history? Liberal arts. Is he more likely to be an engineer or a liberal arts major? Now, if you're honest, most people are going to say Tom sounds more like an engineer. Except, statistically, it's highly unlikely that he's studying for engineering. Why? Because there are 17 times more people studying for liberal arts degrees than there are engineering. Look, you're basing his engineeringness on a representative image you have in your head of what engineers look like, not the statistical likelihood that any random person is studying for engineering or social sciences. See, if I told you that he liked to smoke Pall Malls and liked New Age jazz and had 2 kids, what would you think? Low social sciences? Or if I told you that he enjoyed offbeat poetry, reading about history, you would have a different opinion. But it still wouldn't change the statistical likelihood that he is studying social sciences. You make decisions based on what an image already existing in your head tells you about that situation. It's a mental shortcut. You don't examine, well, what is the actual likelihood of this to happen? So representativeness is a big pitfall when it comes to buying or selling homes, as we'll see as we get through the process. But when I say representativeness, I want you to hear, oh yeah, the coin flip. Oh yeah, Tom, I'm more likely to judge it based on an image I have in my head. Why? Because that's the cognitive bias. That's what it does for you. Okay, keeps you from thinking too hard. All right, that's representativeness.